Is winter Hornet season. Sunset Hornet already has the Winter Cup in the bank, and she's looking to add to her collection in the Winter Sprint final at Mandurah on Friday night. Hello and welcome to the Wednesday preview. You're with me, James Broadhurst, flying solo today. Troy Iwanak is away on Greyhound Clubs Australia business. As mentioned, Sunset Hornet comes into this final of the Winter Sprint on Friday night. She is racing superbly at the moment. She's won her past four and she comes in as the fastest qualifier after leading all the way and clocking a time of 22.16 in her heat. Before we have a look at the field for the final, let's go back and see how some of Sunset Hornet's rivals made their way into this final, starting with the kennelmate Little Bit Twisted. Little Bit Twisted launched from box 8 in her heat, which suits her as she's able to do her own thing out there. She's free to work her way forward, and then she takes the lead from our Benson. Little Bit Twisted swings wide on the turn. Good thing they widened the track last year. Our Benson gets a tiny look, but Little Bit Twisted closes it out in 22.52. Hard to believe that's only Little Bit Twisted's third win over the 400 metre trip. Another heat winner was Barbecue Man. Let's go back and relive his victory. And from box 7, Barbecue Man is only moderately away, no shocks there. He's midfield for the first 100 metres or so with a big margin to make up, and then he goes bang.
Peppy and Hinto, the leader is What a Ripper. Here's Barbecue Man closing in. A gap to Sunset Mirage, Irving Bale, What a Ripper. Barbie's pushing through though on the rail, and Barbecue Man.
Barbecue Man is really starting to get things happening now. He's won 3 of his past 4 starts. Let's get into the field for the final. Sunset Hornet has box 3. She's got elite box manners. She's certainly the dog to beat here. Be no surprise if she jumps to the front and goes all the way in this one, although she does have some speedy types on her inside with Our Benson and What a Ripper, which might pose a problem for her early. Little Bit Twisted has the same draw she had last week, box 8, but in a much harder field. Can't see her rounding them up the way she did last week. Barbecue Man, he's out of box 6 here. Probably the only one in the field that can catch Sunset Hornet if she gets away, but he'll need a clear run. If he gets it, he's a chance. And what about Kingsbray Demon? He was the other heat winner for trainer Glen Currie. Kingsbray Demon took the advantage of the rails alley and a terrible start by race favourite Crumble Manelli to bring up his first win for Currie since he's arrived here in WA, but faces a much tougher ask in the final. I spoke with Glen Currie about Kingsbray Demon. He said the dog had improved since he'd arrived here in WA a little over a couple of months ago. He was happy with the heat win, but it's fair to say he was realistic about his chances from box 4 in this final.
I don't think we can beat the inside division. The 3-2-1, they're pretty handy dogs. But he's probably in the right spot because he runs a bit more off the fence. So, yeah, I think you'd have to lasso him though.
So that's the final of the Winter Sprint at Mandurah on Friday night. It's a good one. For my mind, it's Sunset Hornet's race to lose, but look out for Barbecue Man if he's able to get a clear run. We're also chasing Mandurah on Saturday night. We've got 12 races down there. A lot of interesting contests, but I thought we'd zero in on race 5, which is the free-to-all over the 488 metre journey. And we've got a nice field assembled here. Sunset Mirage is drawn to play a role and might find himself on the lure early here. Hinto out in box 4, as always, can never be ruled out. He'll be streaming home. But will he get that clear path that he needs? Cardle Axelrod out of box 3 here. One of those dogs that Hinto may have to work around. He's not finishing strongly at the moment, but he's likely to be up on the pace early. Then out wide, we've got Disco Daisy and Molfetta Cruz, which are racing in good touch, both of those greyhounds. Molfetta Cruz did win from out wide 2 back, but on that occasion, he got a stack of room early. He won't get a ride like that this week with Disco Daisy on his inside. In fact, those two might foul each other up. My selection, though, is not surprisingly My Anarchy Boy. He's the 488 metre master. He's back in form. Let's have a look at his effort from last week. From box 6, My Anarchy Boy is away fairly, but more importantly, he gets some room to work into the race as Carter Axelrod and Custard Manelli fight for the early lead. My Anarchy Boy slots in just behind those two. He has the rail, and then he pushes forward.
Anarchy Boy rails through strongly. Disco Daisy tries to make a line of 3, and Malfetta Cruz coming on them with Pudding Manelli around the corner. My Anarchy Boy hugs the inside, rails clear. Running on was Pudding Manelli, but My Anarchy Boy wins from Pudding Manelli.
My Anarchy Boy goes on to win his heat in 27.24. Decent time, but we know he can go quicker. He's really starting to get things moving at the moment, isn't he? He's got back-to-back wins under his belt, and of course he's got a great record over the 488 metre journey. He's 8 from 11 over the trip. Super tough to beat over this distance, and if he gets anywhere near it, I think he'll be winning again on Saturday night. Some other racing to keep an eye on. We've got Northam tomorrow night, and I'm really interested to see Bezecchi go around in race 9. This is a grade 5, of course. Bezecchi coming in off that win in the Nambalup Cup. He's now won 4 in a row, and we'll see how he goes at the Avon Valley tomorrow night. Another big thing happening tomorrow night is the WA invasion of Albion Park in both the Queensland Cup and the Brisbane Cup. We've got a stack of WA dogs over there. Sage Tennille flying free to West Ombooney contesting in the Queensland Cup, and we've got Cannon Stark, Sunset Fraser, and of course the Flying Amy winner Uncle Tommy going around in the Brisbane Cup. That's going to be some great racing over there in Queensland tomorrow night. Get on board and go the WA dogs. By the way, Christmas is coming. Well, not quite Christmas, Christmas in July. We've got Christmas in July at Chasers, the 19th and 26th of July. This event always super popular. Make sure you get your bookings in early so you don't miss out. That's the 19th and 26th of July down at Chasers Restaurant at Mandurah. We're also chasing at Mandurah tonight, the first of 10 races kicking off at 6:41 p.m. Free entry down there, as it is each and every night at Greyhounds WA. My best bet comes in race 5, the dog jumping out of box 1 here, Kenya Tilly. Now, Kenya Tilly's been showing some decent form of late and comes into a field where most of her opposition hasn't been showing a lot of form. She does jump well. I expect her to be able to take advantage of the draw here, get onto the lead, and that is where she does her best work. So Kenya Tilly for me tonight at Mandurah, race 5, number 1. Well, that's it for the show. Hopefully you can make it down to the track, but if not, we'll catch you next week on the Wednesday preview.